get into the exciting part of the topic. And as you can see, we have a special guest on today. And what I want you to do is, if you are at home, if you're a parent and you're at home, grab your kids and drag them into the room with you right now. Okay? Grab your kids and drag them into the room right now, because you're about to hear from a young entrepreneur. You're about to hear from a gentleman that has the mindset of a champion. This is a young guy that realized at an early age that he does not want to live a life of mediocrity. Okay? He doesn't want to go down the path that everybody else goes down. He wants to lead the charge. And your kids, you and your kids need to hear this. Okay? The topic he's going to be going over is incredible. I'm really looking forward to it. And so go ahead and grab your kids, grab your family, bring them around the laptop, your phone, whatever you're on right now, and listen to what this young guy has to say. So I don't want to take up any more of his time. So without further ado, I want to introduce to the call to go over the subject, follow through in all you do, Mr. Devin Jones. Take it away, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's give it back to Nick D'Amico, guys. Thank you for introducing me. Thank you for having me on the Breakfast of Champions calls. Look, I just want to thank you guys for having the opportunity to be a part of Atlas, to be able to motivate, inspire, and impact you guys, and impact your kids, and then impact you and both your kids so that they become successful in their future, right? So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Devin Jones. I'm a 15-year-old entrepreneur and motivational speaker. I've been an entrepreneur since I was very young, right? I was borrowing a pencil from the kid beside me to my left in kindergarten, and I would sell it to the kid on my right. I would be the kid to go to Costco. I would buy those big boxes of chocolate. I would sell those candy bars for $1, $2, $3. I would buy the little snack bags of Doritos. I would go to school and sell those, right? I would buy the notebooks. I've always had the entrepreneurial mindset. And ever since a young age, I've just always decided that I don't want to work for someone, right? I don't want to be told how much I'm worth an hour. So at 8 years old, I started a company with my buddy called Little Flippers. What we did is we would go to Craigslist. We would go to eBay. We would look on the side of the street. We would pick things up off the side of the street, like washers and dryers and dressers. We would fix them up nice, repaint them, whatever we had to do, and we would turn around and sell them, right? That's why they called us Little Flippers, because we were little and we would buy, sell, trade, and flip things, right? And then I did that for about 3 years, and I decided I wanted to try something new. So at the age of 11, I started a landscaping company called Little Dudes Landscaping, right? So I started that with my buddy. We started that. We were crushing it. I'm still doing that now. I have people that work for me that do the yards and do the cutting when I'm not in town, when I'm out of town. And I've been privileged to have so much, and I'm thankful to have so much at such a young age, because not a lot of people, there's still 30 and 40 and 50-year-olds that are still wondering what they're going to do with their life, right? They don't know what they're going to do, and they're still sitting on their couch just wondering, like, what am I going to do this week, or what am I going to do next week? So after I started the Little Dudes Landscape, and I got into Forex at 12 years old, and many of you might not know this, and many of you might know this. You can go back and look on my dad's page, guys. I've been trading since 12 years old. Okay, 1 year ago in December, I walked in the dealership, right, the Toyota dealership. I took out $60,000 cash. Get this, don't believe me, go look at it on the Facebook. I turned $100 into $60,000. Right, $100 into $60,000 by trading in the Forex market. I did that. So I took the $60,000 out. I woke up one Saturday morning. I said, Dad, I want to get up and I want you to film me and let's go to the dealership. I want to go buy a car. I don't have a license. I don't even have my permit yet. Okay. So we went to the dealership. I brought the $60,000 cash. I told the guy, I said, sir, I want to buy a car. He looked at me funny. He was like, huh? This kid right here wants to buy a car. He was like, where's your parent? You got to have a parent. I said, no, you don't. I just got to have the money to pay for it, sir. He looked back at my dad recording me. He said, huh? What is this kid? Who is he? My dad said, that's all him. He was trying to ask if we wanted it financed or what. And I said, no, I have cash, sir. I showed him the cash. Everybody in the dealership, their mouths dropped. Right? Okay, I told him I wanted the car right there, the blue Toyota Camry that was on the showroom floor with the red bow on top. They couldn't believe it, guys. Okay, a 15-year-old, while I was 14 then, a 14-year-old to be able to walk into a dealership with cash, to be able to buy his own car. I don't even have a license. I don't have a permit yet either. To be able to go in there, to be able to buy a car at such a young age is very impactful. See, because a lot of you guys are talked down to as kids that you're nothing, right? Because you're under the age of 18 and you don't think you know what you're talking about is what you're told, right? Because of how old you are, because of what you look like, because of who you are, because of your background, you're talked down to because you're not an adult. You're not an official adult. So that's why I wanted to do that. Okay, I bought a car at 15 years old with the power of trading Forex. Trading Forex is really huge, guys. Okay, so with that being said, we're actually on an East Coast tour as well. So if any of you were in Atlanta, we just had a 100% close rate last night. So if any of you guys are on the East Coast and you guys want us to stop and talk to you guys, I think we're heading to Tampa, Florida next. If you guys are anywhere in the Florida area, we will be able to come see you. We'll be able to hang out and talk business and have some fun, right? So I want to start this off by talking about being a winner and not a quitter. Meaning being persistent and consistent with what you do. Okay, don't give up and don't have excuses. See, Robert Kiyosaki says a statement closes the mind, but a question opens it. Instead of saying, why I can't do this and why I can't do that, start saying, how can I do this? How can I do that? See, we all want to lose weight, but we don't want to work out. We all want to be successful, but we don't want to work for it. We don't want to work for it. See, winners never quit and quitters never win. Meaning keep your determination and focus and never stop trying. See, keep going with what you do. Follow through. All right, keep going. Okay, and it's not your fault. It is not your fault. It's the school system's fault. See, let me share something with you guys. I want you guys to look at this. Look at this, guys. I'm going to show you guys something. Look at a phone from back in the day. Okay? Now look at a modern day phone. Big difference, right? Now look at a car from back in the day. Now look at a car from today. Big difference, right? Now look at a classroom from back in the day and look at a classroom today. Not a difference. Because they don't prepare you. See, they say they prepare you for the future, guys, when in school. They don't. They don't prepare you for change. They prepare you to be the same. Right? I want to talk to you parents. Stop forcing your kids to go to college. A lot of you guys think that network marketing is a pyramid scheme and it's a scam. But in real reality, college is the number one scam of them all. Right? This is the reality that the government wants you to live off of. Go to school, work hard, okay? Get a job, go to college, work your whole life to pay off your debt, and then retire at 60 or 65 plus off of Social Security and Medicaid and all this other stuff. See, kids are 30% of our population, but guess what? They are 100% of our future. Right? Write that in the comments. They are 30% of our population, but 100% of our future. What we do depends on them, right? We have to show them greatness because they all have greatness inside of them, right? When you're in a classroom as a kid, there's 30 different kids in one classroom in a public school, right? 30 different kids. So with that, and they all teach the same thing. So imagine a doctor prescribing the whole world the same medicine. It would be tragic. Okay, you couldn't do that. See, kids are always pushed and shoved into a classroom and told to work a job and told to live off of the government the rest of their life. And they're told to work for somebody, right? I've always been raised that job means just over broke. I'm not saying it's bad to work a job because your job can fund your side hustle. But what I am saying is I'm not going to let someone tell me how much I'm worth an hour, right? I'm not going to be worth $10 an hour, $12 an hour here. I'm not going to work for your restaurant. I'm going to own your restaurant. Right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to work for it. I'm going to own it. So a lot of the reason you guys keep your job is because of, and I hear this a lot, is because of healthcare or like the options they offer, right? And that's how a job hooks you. I say hook them and cook them. Okay, type that in the comments, hook them and cook them. That's how they hook you, to be an employee, to work for them hourly, to work for them every day, to be away from your family and your friends. Right? I believe you all have greatness. Like Les Brown says, you have greatness inside of you. We all have greatness inside of us. But we need someone to reach into our inner selves and motivate and inspire us. So that's why I'm here, because I want to be able to motivate and inspire you guys. I want to show your kids. Instead of you having to retire your kids, I want your kids to retire you. Type that in the comments. Kids retire you. That's what I want. I want them to be able to retire you. You not have to work your whole life to retire them. I want them to retire you. See, they got to work hard. Okay, a lot of you guys have excuses of why you can't do things. And the reason for the simple fact of that is because of who you surround yourself with. Network is your net worth. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as my man Baby Drew said on the live, that's some sauce right there. All right, I just gave y'all some sauce. Okay, your network is your net worth. You hang around 10 rich people, you hang around a bunch of rich people, I guarantee you're going to be the next rich person. You work hard. See, I got a quote that I made up that says, dreams are only dreams if you don't put in the forth and effort to accomplish them. See, you have to get up and go in life, ladies and gentlemen. You have got to accomplish your dreams. You have got to accomplish what you're doing. You have to work hard for it. See, as Americans, we're lazy. We want it to be handed to us, right? We don't want it to be earned. That's why they offer these different things like food stamps and Medicaid and Social Security and all this stuff, because they want you to live off of them the rest of their life. So you're always in debt. Okay, they want you to be in debt, right? And Anastasia talked about yesterday, she talked about affirmations. And I want to touch base a little bit about that. I truly believe in affirmations, both in my house in North Carolina and Florida. I have a ceiling fan in my room that I look up to every night. The reason being is because I have 5 $100 bills taped onto that fan on each of the things, right? I forgot what they're called, but it's all right. I have 5 $100 bills attached to each one of those, right? I always look up and then I reminisce about life, right? I talk about how I'm so privileged to have stuff, and it's not because it was just given to me. Yes, of course, that my dad has connections, but I've always told him I don't want to be Coach K's son. I want to be Devin Jones, right? I want to have my own legacy. I don't want to be known as Coach K's son. I don't want to be known as his son. I want to be known as Devin Jones, to have my own legacy and have something meant to my name, right? The person you read about in those history books, the person you Google, who's on Google, to be known for changing the world one person at a time, right? Because it's up to us to make a change as one person at a time. And as a kid, I'm pushing so hard to do this because I want to show other kids that they can do it. Okay, you guys can do it. And as parents, you need to push your kids to do that, right? Right? You have got to have that motivation. You've got to have that inspiration. Okay, you've got to stop. Parents, this is a message for you. Stop letting your kids sit around all day and watch YouTube, Netflix, Disney Plus. Stop binge watching all of these shows. Stop letting them play video games all day. Stop letting them play Fortnite 24/7. Stop letting them stay up late. Start doing this, right? You want to go to your friend's house? I want you to come up with a business idea, and I want you to pursue it. Okay? I want you guys to start making income at a young age. Okay? Kids, you want the best for your parents. You want to help them financially, mentally, and physically. So you got to stop pushing this stuff off and saying, I'm going to do it tomorrow, or I'm going to do it the next day, or I'm going to do it the next week. Okay, start doing it then and there. They ask you to do something, do it. Right? If they ask you to take out the trash, take out the trash. Okay, you got to do it then and there, because you never honestly know when there's going to be another minute where your parent is not in your life, where your friend is not in your life, where something goes bad, right? We never know, because at God's time, let's just praise God for a minute. Let's thank God for us being on this earth. See, a lot of you guys are waiting on God to give you your breakthrough in life, but really God's waiting on you. See, God's already gave you the tools to get up and go. Now you got to use them, right? He's gave you the tools to be able to breathe this oxygen on God's green earth, to be able to walk the land, right? To be able to go on boats and jet skis and live that fun lifestyle. So you got to start giving thanks back to God. You got to give him some thanks. You got to help him out, right? You got to pray to God every day and reminisce about the things that you are privileged to have, right? Just thank God and worship God. Okay, and this is a message to the children. Stop playing video games all day and working, stop playing video games all day and watching YouTube all day, right? See, a lot of you guys are now addicted to YouTube. You're now addicted to Netflix. You're now addicted to Disney Plus. The new shows come on. You want to watch the reruns. You want to binge watch the shows you used to watch as a kid. That's okay. I know it's fun. And I know you're still a kid. And you guys need to start. And I know you don't want to be pushed to grow up as an adult right now, right? But you need to start preparing yourself for your future, right? You need to stop playing the video games all day, right? If you prepare yourself for the future and you stop playing video games now, then you'll be successful in life and be able to play video games later, right? Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, right? That's how it goes. Work hard, play hard. So if you stop playing video games now and you do something with your life and you actually get up and go, then you can be somebody. You can be successful. You're going to be someone that they read about in those history books. You're going to be someone that they read about in Google, right? You're going to read about someone that did something, that made a change, that worked hard. See, I met a mom last night, and it really impacted me to see how kids are actually making a difference. Her son was on Master Chef Junior, right? Season 6, Kwani. Her son made it there as a kid, right? Gordon Ramsay's Master Chef show, right? And it really impacts me, and that's what keeps my drive going, right? I see all these kids working hard. I see parents working hard, and I don't see kids as working as hard as them, right? But then there's those some kids that have the drive and they have the passion and they have that tend to want to do better for their life, right? They have that success that they want to breed. Success breeds success. I talked about earlier, network is your net worth, right? You hang around rich people, work hard, you're going to be one of those wealthy people. You hang around broke people, you're not going to probably be anything, right? Because they always have the excuses and they don't know what they're talking about, right? They always think that everyone is a scam. See, the rich are getting richer because the poor thinks everything is a scam. That's because school teaches you that it's passed down in generations, right? I made a Facebook post the other day. I said, stop letting the people that make $50K salary talk you out of your $1 million dream. All right, stop letting them talk you out of your $1 million dream. Stop letting people talk about your dreams. But you do need to pursue your dreams. Okay, you need to work hard, grind hard, hustle, guys. I'm only 15, right? I'm writing a book with Les Brown. Okay, I'm designing my own app. I just got invited to be a guest on the Ellen Show next year. I signed a contract with a Fortune 500 company to go speak for them. Okay, at such a young age, right? I'm doing so many things in life because I'm working hard to show your kids and to show you to get off of your butt and stop being lazy. Okay, work hard for your kids. Stop settling for less. Stop going to that job every day. Right? If you got a pen and paper or something, I want you guys to write down two things to watch with your kids at least once a week. First, I want you to watch the speech Les Brown did about it's not over until I win. Say that to your kid every morning. It is not over until you win. Okay? Stop settling for less and stop believing people that say you can't do this and you can't do that. Right? Start saying it's not over until I win. Okay? Les Brown said you got to be hungry. So start being hungry, start being driven to what you do. Okay? And then the last thing that I want you guys to write down and I'm going to talk about is with Robert Kiyosaki. And they want us to be poor, an eye-opening interview, right? It will teach your kids. It changed my life when I watched that. It changed my whole perspective on school. Parents, stop forcing your kids to go to school and work hard, and making good grades is good, yes. But a piece of paper that those grades are written on today is not even worth it. Okay, there's so many billionaires and millionaires that have came from nothing to something. You just got to work hard for your dreams. Right? The last thing I'm going to say is I want you guys to either make the change or be the change. And I'm going to be the change. And that's all I got to say to you guys today. Right? If you guys want me to help you guys and you want me to motivate your children, if you guys want me to get on a Zoom call and teach them to be young entrepreneurs, to want more for their life, please reach out to me. Right? Reach out to somebody a part of that. That's a part of the corporate team. Reach out to them and tell them that you want me to motivate them because I'll be happy to do it because that's why I do what I do. Guys, either make the change or be the change, and I'm going to be the change.
All right, Devin, you are the man. That was awesome, bro. Good job. I was writing down notes. I hope every single one of you were. I hope you had your kids in front of this. What an incredible young man. Let's give him some more love on Facebook. Bro, yeah, it's blowing up right now. I love it. This was huge for us today, guys. I think this might have been a turning point for a lot of people. And the reason I say that is because, like Devin said, there's a lot of people on this line, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old that need to do something different to get something different. And this young man realized that at an early age. And it's never too late to make a change. It's never too late to start now and work towards your future, right? And especially bringing the kid aspect into that. He said kids make 30% of the population, but 100% of the future. Are you kidding me? That's absolutely true. And so, like he said, we've got to start teaching. We got to not only make the change ourselves, but start instilling that change into the young population as well, so that the future becomes better. Shouldn't we be working towards a better future, not just the same, right? Like the classroom thing, the phones changed, the cars changed, but the classroom never changed. The content hasn't even changed. They're still teaching stuff from the industrial age. We're a little past that, if nobody's noticed, right? Okay, so they're still teaching stuff before Google was even invented or a cell phone was even invented. They're still teaching the same curriculums and not teaching how to become part of the future. And so this is absolutely nuggets of gold. Devin, think outside. What I got from this was think outside the box. Don't just fall in line with everybody. Think outside the box. Every great success story was because someone thought outside of the box, not because they fell in line with everybody else and what they were doing. Think about that. Every great achievement has been because of thinking outside the box, being different, doing something different, right? If you do that, you can think outside the box, you can achieve something great. You have to work for what you want. You can't just sit there and say, I want this, I want this, I want that. You can't just sit there and think that. You got to work towards it. Decide what you want and go towards it. Follow that path, follow that GPS towards your dreams. Okay? We have the tools. We all have the tools. God has given us the tools to have a life of abundance. The only difference between people who have a life of abundance and who don't depends on whether they use those tools or not. That is powerful. We all have the same opportunity. We all have the same tools. Okay? This is an even playing field for all of us. No matter where you are, where you came from, it doesn't matter. If you use the tools that we were given and use them properly, you'll have a life of abundance. Stay consistent. Use them every single day. Prepare for the future and take steps towards it. Just figure out what you want to do, where you want to go, and start walking towards it. And eventually you're going to find yourself jogging towards it. And eventually you're going to find yourself running towards it. Okay? So, but just start heading towards that path. And it all comes, and this is for the kids. This is huge. This is something that my parents instilled in me from a very young age. The association that you hang around with, who you hang around with. My parents always pounded this into my head about who I hung out with. No, you can't hang out with that person. You can't hang out with that person because you'll be just like them. Right? And so we have to, and this goes for kids and adults. Okay? Just because you grew up doesn't mean that that principle doesn't apply to you anymore. It's not like, oh, I'm an adult, I can hang around with broke people and not be broke. No. It's the same thing rings true for everybody. We're human beings, right? And so kids, be careful of you might want to hang out with the popular kid in school. Okay? You might want to hang out with the cool kid, but I guarantee you when they become an adult and they're working at, nothing against this, but working at Walmart or working at Burger King, they're not the cool kid anymore. Okay? So work towards your future. Hang around people that you want to be like. And get what they have. See, my mentor told me a long time ago, if you do what somebody does, you're going to get what they have. It's a very simple principle. So figure out where you want to be, who's in that position, and hang around them. Devin hangs around those types of people all day long. That is why he will be successful. His dad is successful. He's on tour with his dad. That's his association, a successful individual, right? Happens to be his dad, right? Coach K is amazing. The reason Coach K is where he's at, because of who he hung around with and who he was mentored by. So it just trickles down. It's a trickle effect, right? And then I love the fact that you gave everybody some homework. Les Brown, don't stop until you win. Everybody, kids especially, go watch that, right? And then Devin, could you say the one for Robert Kiyosaki again? I didn't get that when I wrote it down.
Yeah, the one about it's called An Eye-Opening Interview. They Want Us to Be Poor.
Eye-opening interview. They want us to be poor. Okay. Yeah, guys, YouTube that, Robert Kiyosaki. Okay. We should all know who Robert Kiyosaki is. He's a famous author on wealth and how to create. He's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Cash Flow Quadrant, all that, right? Eye-opening interview. Okay, YouTube that, watch it. Okay, skip the video games tonight and watch those 2 things. Just do it. I guarantee you, that'll make a big impact on your future instead of paying whatever kids play now. I don't even know. Right? I have no idea. So guys, change what you do and your situation will change. It's that simple. Okay. So Devin, thank you very much for hopping on today. Absolutely incredible. You are a rock star. Can't wait to get on tour with you and your dad. We're going to make some big things happen here in Atlas together.
Yes, sir.
So awesome. So guys, we're excited. Let's not forget today is Friday. So we will continue Breakfast of Champions on Monday. I'm putting together the schedule right now, but we've got a great lineup. I will be doing one. I'm going to come back and do one myself next week. We've got Coach K. He's going to do one. I've got some other people that I'm going to be hitting up to do one, that have been reaching out to me. So we're going to have that lineup out this evening or tomorrow. And guys, use this weekend to build your business. Use this weekend to build yourself. Use this weekend to improve your life. Start making that change immediately. Okay? Start making that change immediately, and we'll all be living the life of abundance that we want. That means you need to have some kids, Nick. Oh, wow. Thanks, Aaron Lockhart. Nick has to have some kids. Oh, boy. Here we go. Yeah, absolutely right. There are going to be some awesome kids like Devin Jones here. So, guys, thanks for hopping on today. Appreciate every single one of you. And plug into the overviews we have going on online. Peggy did an absolutely incredible job last night on the corporate overview. So thank you so much, Peggy, for stepping up and doing that. We're going to be in meetings tonight in Houston. And if you have anybody around the surrounding areas, please send them our way. Hit up me, hit up Tim, hit up Terry, whoever you need to hit up and connect us with them. And we'll take care of them for you guys. We're an Atlas family, and we're all going to live a life of abundance together. So with that, guys, thank you for hopping on the Breakfast Champions call. Thank you, Devin. And we'll see everybody back Monday morning. Take care, guys.